Hello everyone! In this video, we're going to review how to make a call to a certain coast station. First of all, we have to define which sea area are we in. On the chart, we can see that we are in the area A3, so in order to call the coast station, we have to use the HF connection. The coast station we are trying to call needs to support the HF communication. Now we are trying to call the Cape Town coast station. We can look up the information about the sea areas, coast stations supporting MFHF and VHF range communication in the Admiralty List of Radio Signals, Volume 5. Now we are using the built-in chart that is installed on the simulator, but in the real life, Cape Town coast station works with all frequencies. The next thing we need to pay attention to is the time of the day. Now it's 1827, so it's not clear if the sun is still out. So we use the frequency of 8 MHz to call the shore. We see that the coverage of the used frequency is enough to reach the coast station. However, there is a rule which suggests that the closer you are to the shore, the less frequency you choose, and vice versa. The farther you are from the shore, the larger frequency you use. For example, when we use the frequency of 12 MHz, then the Cape Town station may appear in a blind zone. If we use the frequency of 16 MHz, then the coast station definitely gets into the blind zone and it will not read our message. Also, do not forget that we've got frequencies designed specifically for using in daytime and at night. That means if we want to call the coast station at night, then we use the frequencies of 4, 6 and 8 MHz. If we want to call the coast station during the daytime, then we shall use the frequencies of 8, 12 and 16 MHz. 8 MHz act as a universal frequency that may be used in cases when it is difficult to define which type of the band to use. Moving on to the communication with the shore. Firstly, we have to make a DC request call to show our intentions to communicate with the coast station. Secondly, the coast station responds us by the DSC communication and sets the frequency on which the further communication will be held. The third step is to switch to the working frequency and communicate with the coast station. Now let's see how it's done. We press the call button in order to make a request call. The type of the call remains individual. The category may be chosen between urgency, safety and routine. We take the urgency option. In the row 2, we have to indicate the MMSI of the coast station, which can be written down or chosen from the address book. The MMSI of the Cape Town coast station is 006 010 001. The next is switching to the working frequency, in our case 8 MHz. The mode of communication will be SSB radio telephony. However, it may be changed to radio telex if you know how to properly use it. Then we press the send button and send our request call to the coast station. We can notice that the coast station is busy. It is transmitting some message. And now, we are waiting for the confirmation by the coast station. In order to review the information that we have sent, press View button. We've just received the acknowledge and press Silent to stop the sound of alarm. We press View button to look for the information in the message. We see that it is an individual transmission and an individual acknowledge, received 20 seconds ago, and it is from the Cape Town coast station. We see its MMSI. It is sent specifically to us. The category of the message is urgency. Our simulator automatically sends the message that the operator is not available at the moment, because unfortunately there is no one to act as a coast station. So this is why the working frequency is not indicated here. In practice, in the DSC row, the real radio telephony frequencies should be indicated. The equipment switches to the frequencies by default and you come up with the third step, which is telling the text of the message. The structure of the message will be such. If it is the message with the urgency priority, then we started by saying pan 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 pan. After that, we name the receiver of the call. Cape Town Radio, Cape Town Radio, Cape Town Radio. Then we present who we are and start pronouncing the text of our message. We end our message by saying master, over, and wait for the acknowledge. The further communication will be held at the frequency suggested by the coast station. Also, we have to remember that we do not have any right to set the working frequency. It can be done only by the call station. Do not forget that after calling the call station with the urgency priority, we have to make entries to the GMDSS logbook about all the calls that we've transmitted and received. If you want to terminate this session, press quit. Thank you for your attention.